Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Beach Bum and Dad, and this channel is all about sharing life's adventures. Today's adventure is shelling when it's in the 30s. I had to walk a little bit to find this rack line, but it looks pretty good. So let's keep walking and see if we can find something good. There's a little orange kitten's paw. Bittersweet, an Imperial Venus, and a kitten's paw. There's a Jingle, another kitten's paw. Well, hopefully we can get into some heavier shells. Another bittersweet, Imperial Venus. Look at this teeny tiny little bittersweet. The wind and the temps, we really got to watch it today so we don't get wet. Calico scallop, spiny jewel box, Imperial Venus, fighting conch, and a calico clam. Teeny tiny little bittersweet right there. Just little slipper snails. Scallops, there's a calico clam. This. Hey, that's our start. It's our first flat. Oh, I saw pink down there. Thought it was another one. Cool looking scallop. Oh, look at this. It's got to be a little cold. That's the farthest out I've ever seen a shark's eye. Well, I don't want to get wet, so let me set the camera down. I'm going to go put it down by the water. Put it right there on the edge. Whoa, see? I thought I was going to get wet, but let's go back to shelling. That was pretty cool. Haven't ever seen one out that far. Just sitting here chilling. Oh, okay, literally. It's in the 30s and windy. There's a really pretty scallop. Piece of flat. Here's a historical rack line. Several days old. And it's just off the wet sand, so I thought we'd stop and see if we can find a flat. I don't see anything. Another Imperial Venus. Trying to fill up a jar with those. I've been picking up more recently. There goes a heron. This is kind of interesting. This is the... oh. So close. This is the overnight rack line. And there's a little point out here with some shells. And look at that. Huh. Well, let's look here quick. We'll go a little closer. There's an exposed sandbar. So interesting. Look at that. No, I'm not crossing that water. You can see some shells on the tip. Folks, we're not going out there. Alright, we're going to leave this. I'll check that in a little bit. Look at this. That's a little closer. I think, what's this floating? Some grass or something. I think we can walk out there. All right, y'all hang on. Oh, look at this. I hope it's not quicksand. There are shells out here. That's the one thing you got to watch for in the winter. Sometimes that sand is really waterlogged, and if it's cold and you step on that quicksand, oh boy, you go up to your knees and then you're cold and sandy. Right after I said be careful with the quicksand, I stepped on a spot and started sinking in. Boy, jumped out of there. Nothing right here. Let's see if this one's full. This is pretty. Yep. Oh, look at that, look at that. Ooh, that's a beaut. Look at that one. Beautiful flat. Some point right there. Don't want to get wet. Right out there. Watery seed, spiny jewel box. $0.50. That would be a nice one. Look at that. Nice calico though. Here's the end. That was pretty fun finding this. That would be so cold crossing right there. Let's check the edge right here. Some cool contours. Might be something caught in there. There wasn't anything on that edge, but here's, I'm gonna grab it. Calico scallop. Sometimes you get near these edges, they can be pretty soft. Here's our first Pennsylvania leucine. We had to move up off the wet sand. It's a little angled. It'll just hurt your feet, your ankles, your knees. Let's go find a spot with some shells. I was hoping to find one, and there we go. There she is. My first bonnet. I was thinking to myself, so what are we going to see today? We'll find some flats. Of course, just like that one. We picked up several. We'll find some bittersweets. And like I said, I'm trying to fill up a jar with Imperial Venus clams. Find a bunch of those today. And there. Let's take another peek. And there's our first bonnet. Another Imperial Venus. And here's another one. A little bit darker. And here we go. No one's home in this one. Oh, it's broken. So close. No wonder no one's home. See this wreck line we have. Lots of smaller shells. This is generally what we, oh, look at that. So close. This is what you can expect to shell through on a regular basis. And then when we get a front or a wind event, start seeing the larger shells. Oh, look out. So I just reached down to pick up this, and I saw this. So that Imperial Venus caught my eye, and then we saw the speckled talon. So we came upon this spot, lots of Imperials so far. You know, I was walking, contemplating, should we go jump in the vehicle and move? And I'm like, ah, no, you need your steps. Had a bunch of chocolate chip cookies on the way over. So we just kept walking, and we came upon this spot. Look at all the Imperials. Might be able to fill up that jar just with today's walk. There's another one. Oops. A couple of them right there. So we had to pick up and move. Just when we thought that spot was going to keep going. Just dries up. Oh, flat. Doesn't want to find another flat. Here we go. So I would say today, look out, the water's coming up right there. Today is a solid 5. And I really don't expect anything other than the rack lines we've been seeing. Here's another flat. Just leaning there waiting for us. Let's see if this one's full. There you go. It's our first fighting pond. Ooh, look at that. Orange on the beach. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. That one goes in our flat bag. A little spiny. Oh, look at this. A little shell pile. That's our first olive right there. There's a flat. Broken olive. Step over here and grab it. So we have a flat, an auger. There's a broken cabret. There's another olive. So we have a couple olives. Broken cockle shell. Right here. There's one. All 3 of them. Oh wait. There's 4. Oh, that one's broken. So we have those olives to go with that flat.